Alright, we're back. I think we can finish this game this time. I think maybe I don't remember anything because my brain has been sold to science. And I'm supposed to use all the brain parts I have to, get that science degree. Are we gonna get a friggin' loading thing immediately after I just finished loading? I don't know. I can't move my thing. Yep, here we go. The big load. And I think I got an achievement. Persephone. Persephone, also known as Persephone, is the Greek goddess of seasons, I think, or summer. Is she? I think that she was captured by Hades and they took her down to hell.
Persephone, we're finally here. Find Eleanor,
Oh,
son, and fast. Her mama's got all rapture, dying to keep you two apart.
get it? Dying, literally. She was taken down to the hell zone, and when she's not, she's there for like 6 months out of the year or something, and when she's out, it's winter, and when she's in hell, it's winter, and when she's out, it's summer or something. But Hades is like a real good husband. She just didn't want him to be her husband. I guess he's bad because he kidnapped her to marry her, I think. I don't remember. I said I was going to talk about some stuff last time, like how the US is all about the money. I said that like parenting is about the money, the Civil War is about the money. Here's one that's not about the money, that is about the money, for sure. The American Revolution. The American Revolution, when we left the Britons, people will say that it's not about the money because it was originally, so the American Revolution is all about we got rid of British control over the US because we were colonies, and colonies are effectively a economic venture. Inmate checkpoint. Have personal blue files ready for exam. Why is this is weird? Maybe I'm misremembering what's going on here, but from my understanding, we were inside Fontaine Futuristics, and there's an elevator in Fontaine Futuristics that leads to the jail, which is where... Oh, we weren't inside Fontaine Futuristics. We took an elevator, a secret elevator down, and this secret elevator leads to this jail, which seems to be very much so like checkmate in point. It's like, this is where you bring prisoners officially. That's kind of funny. I don't think that that's right. I do appreciate this wall-mounted shackling system. And I think those go on your neck, not on the hand. Maybe they go on the hand. It's kind of weird to use padlocks when it's something that's attached to the wall. You think you could just have a system that's inherent and then the guy over here has the keys. Whatever. Let's move forward. So the American Revolution is getting rid of... Also, if it's a secret thing down, why is it such a huge place? Oh, but it does has the cool inverted building thing. That's pretty radical. Everyone likes inverted buildings. And hole in the floor. It's not actually a fall though. Here's a real question. Why is it so bright down there? Are we upside down? Or maybe instead there's a sun down there, just like at the center of the earth stuff. Are we in an underwater cave? Can't quite tell, but those do look like pipes and a rock ceiling. So maybe, I know that there's water coming through here, but for this, all this sediment to have come in here using this water would have taken fucking ages. Plus the plants would have to grow afterwards, and the water would have to drain somewhere, and it doesn't look like there's drainage here. Then maybe it would make sense for everywhere in Rapture to have drainage, just to like hyper make sure that a little bit of something doesn't fuck it up. Another question, what are these little handles for? Do these have blast doors to, in case there's a problem with the water? Why don't they automatically engage? All good questions. So the American Revolution is to get rid of British control over the American colonies. American colonies, or any colonies in general.
I'm trapped in a cage.
Yeah, I get it, Eleanor. It's a jail. Shut up. I'm trying to talk about stuff. So, colonies are all economic ventures done by countries. Not colonies are not really settlement ventures. I don't think that they really thought of it very far. Maybe somebody with more history information can tell me this, but I don't think that colonies were ever really intended to, like, it's more so make money than expand the domain. Um, anyway, and the reason the revolution happened, that the big reason that they say in school is because they didn't like getting taxed without being politically represented.
Have you any idea what my daughter has given you? As I watch you now, I envy your ignorance. You still believe.
You still believe. So there's some secret that's going on. We'll pause the American Revolution shit just to give you a reminder. So the deltas were made up so that if their little sisters are apart from them, your heart starts breaking down, you feel weak, and you go insane, and you eventually just die. So the way they did this, the way you're still alive is, why did you just wake up? Why were you in that bathhouse at the beginning? I don't know that part, but why did you just wake up after being dead forever? Well, I'm pretty sure what happened is what triggered that is Eleanor getting a shit ton of Adam injected in her. This process that we've been talking about, remember Alex the Great had it happen to him? She did it, and that gave her psychic powers a triple ultra boost. And what that did was, she decided, okay, I want to get out of here. How am I going to do that? I'm going to restart my dad's heart and lungs, and that turns his brain on. Now, there's a couple problems with this. Problem A, he was dead for years, so how did his brain not just turn to mush? We could say that that's part of the bioengineering with Adam and shit, maybe. Now, the other problem is, how come you can just restart a heart and lungs? Well, that's actually not really a problem. You can look this shit up. There were some scientists who did this. They're researching stuff like, is this just Adam? No, it's just red steam. They're researching, oh, they just give you an upgrade. That's pretty nice. What should we upgrade next? The harpoon is boring. The drill is pretty cool. The rivet gun is boring. Setting people on fire is cool. I don't think we'll have enough to upgrade all three. I don't really understand what this does, and you know, I don't get. We'll just get it, just because like it's the third upgrade in the row. Let's take a quick look at what this looks like, so we can see how it changes. Okay, and upgrade-o. So it just adds like some. Oh, those aren't. I thought those might be batteries originally, but I think it's more spools of copper wire, which is how you make the electricity. Could be. I don't know. Not electricity. That's how you make magnets. You run electricity through the copper wire and make magnets. Alternatively, if you make a magnet spin around and it's in copper wires, electricity comes out of it. See? Goes both ways. So yeah, there's some research stuff that they did with dogs a long time ago. I think it was like a German scientist in the US. There's definitely somebody in the US. Basically what they did was they're trying to see if they can do some necromancy. We're going to kill a thing and bring it back to life so that in Doctor World they could get somebody who recently died and revitalize them. Oh, we got the upgrade to slow down the hacking, and that helps so much. I should have been doing that forever. Let's get some trap rivets. I like trap rivets. I know we haven't upgraded that, but I like them. Yeah, that slowness upgrade is fucking good. Wow. Alright. So this experiment to res things. What they did is they hooked up a dog to three things. Number one is some tubes to suck out all his blood in his neck, I think. Or maybe straight at his heart? Not sure. Pretty sure his neck. Number 2, an electrical impulse system to shock his heart, not like detrimentally, but to kind of like force it to beat. Boop, boop, boop. And then there's another one that's connected to his lungs. And I think that was to forcefully inflate it. That doesn't sound as bad. I guess the phrase force is bad. So they had 2 connections, an artificial heart beater and an artificial lung breather. So the sum of the experiment is they drain out the dog's heart or blood. They don't stop the heart, they don't damage it, they just drain his blood out. And that kills you in a really, really soft, gentle way. You don't spaz out. Your brain doesn't like take damage from being dead. Your brain actually takes damage from just like the cells start dying from not having food, and that's what starts killing you, and it takes a little bit, like a couple minutes I think, since you died. So they do this with the blood. You don't like spaz out or anything. It's not painful. It's just you just kind of fall asleep. You know, same thing as you get from massive pain, blood loss. And that's why it's a nice thing to cut your wrists. It's a nice way to die, even though like cutting your wrist is physically painful. Dying from blood loss is not bad. Not a bad way to go. So, drain the blood. Doggy dies. They have the reading. The lungs stop breathing. The heart stops pumping. And what stops the lungs and the heart is the lack of food for the brain, because the brain is what tells the heart and lungs to do its pumping. Also, I think I'm gonna want to talk to a doctor about this. I think that the heart runs out of energy pretty quick. I know that it's got lots of fat on it, but I'm not sure. I think it has its own energy store, so I might be wrong about that. Yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure the heart is like covered in a layer of fat, and it has its own energy production and battery system, so your heart won't run out of energy. Same thing with the lungs. It's just like when your brain doesn't have the blood, it's like, all right, well, let's shut everything down, turn off the lights to conserve me, because me is the really one that matters. Your brain's the only thing that really matters. The rest of your body's just a machine. Anyway. So, they drain all the blood. Puppy dies in a very nice way. It's not bad. It's not painful. And then they put the blood back in, but that doesn't that doesn't revive the puppy. It lets the cells stay alive, but with just pumping the blood back in, the cells are interchanging with the blood that's immediately there. It's not really moving around, so they'll eventually die because they're just like, it's like you get your milk delivered out your door, and like, okay, great, your milk got delivered out your door, and you can put out the old ones, but no new milk is being delivered, and the old ones aren't getting picked up. There's really nothing here other than that thing. Okay, I'll shut up for a second.
Persephone, secret home of Sinclair Solutions. I bet against Andy Ryan's vision of harmony and rapture.
Oh, they turned prisoners into the Big Daddies. Got it.
Anybody who wasn't working out. And now I'm sitting on my own private think tank. Technically, Utopia shouldn't have much use for a detention facility. But if you do business as long as I have, well, you learn to pick a brand name from the writing on the wall.
Okay. I don't know if it's fact that the folks here are getting turned into Big Daddies, but that it does make sense. Sinclair's secret jail that he made, which is for some reason like pretty, and they do indoctrination. If you've ever seen or read 1984, this is a very simple idea of how you get indoctrinated, how your brain gets morphed. You get strapped to a chair and forcefully watch a bunch of TV, and it changes your brain into whatever they want it to be. Honestly, I would do that, and they wouldn't have to force me, but I don't think it would indoctrinate me. Anyway. One with her. Butterflies. So now we kind of understand what the butterfly thing is. It's not a symbol of lamb. It's a symbol of rebirth. The gross, ugly worms that is the citizens of Raptures will be reborn in, not Lamb, but Eleanor, through the power of Adam. And also we can start to see that the Adam plant's doing some bad shit, very Soma-like. Maybe I should play that game.
That's her, son, Eleanor Lamb. No matter what you might be feeling right now, this is business. Get that cage open. She's coming with us.
What do you mean? What could I possibly be feeling? Like, oh, I just want to go home. I don't want to save Eleanor. I don't want to. That seems like a dumb. I don't understand what he's saying there. Alright, so very obviously, this is like a. Something's going to happen to prevent me from going in there. This looks like it's a battle arena. It's very open. It's got vending machines. And it's got a res chamber. So I'm going to prep this just a bit. I didn't notice I could buy out the hackings. Interesting. I've got so many materials that I just can't take control of all of them. I'm just setting up traps just because I have too many materials. Just to get rid of some plasmid. I didn't attach to it. Go! There we go. Oh. You can walk up to it and hit F. I didn't know that. Alright. Charge with telekinesis. They'll fly straight up. That'd be cool. I think the telekinesis might hold them in the air a bit. I like the fire better. It's more obviously charged. This one doesn't look so charged. Nice. Forever in her. One with her. In her sounds kind of lewd. Wait, one more thing to hack. Get the blue. I will set up there.
That tank she's in. Use the controls to break the quarantine seal.
Yeah, thank you, boyo. I'm not a big dumb. Alright. Oh, that was weird. I didn't press shift tab. I tried to run with shift. Alrighty. I suspect some big battle's gonna open up here, so let's do it.
Quarantine seal disengaging. Please stand by.
How will she remember us after this moment? I have placed my pieces on the board, as expected, as have you. Is this what she hoped for? Mother and father, locking eyes. Yet still we are blind. Goodbye, Subject Delta. And take heart, for you, at least, have escaped your legacy.
Huh. Is that two sisters? Well, here we go. I've done like no damage to them. Ah, you got hit by my trappy. Big sister research bonus. Alright. Need to research the other one. Can I even? No, I'm done researching her. Alright, I want the bugs. Bugs? Bugs? Where's bugs? There's bugs. Alright, let's get out. How about some rockets? Oh, it's like a homing rocket. That's pretty cool. Ouch. Alright. Burn them. Ow. Oh. The other brother one. Okay. How about some Only have one mini turret. Armor piercing. Oh, that shit's gonna explode. Let's get some lightning. Are these just like gone? No, they're not. Alright, cool. There's so many health packs. Alright, well, this is basically done. I think we're gonna have to like talk to somebody after this. We did it.
Hurry now! Quarantine chamber's waiting on you.
I want me to rush over there. Remember that thing we talked about with the game trying to make you feel like you have to do something quickly? I'm not sure why we have to rush here.
You'll see or hear of me.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Lamb, to Eleanor now.
Look at her, Delta.
Oh,
10
she's in
years,
there.
And still she dreams of you. Do you know why Eleanor brought you here?
No, she's in a
She wanted
coma,
a father.
I think.
So she found a way to restore you in body and mind.
Thank you. It's pretty bad to kill yourself in front of kill your daughter, kill your husband, kill your father in front of the, yeah, whatever. Oh, that's what she is. That's what happened. They brought you to a Vita chamber.
And she has been watching
There you
you
go.
ever since,
Thank you.
exalting your every act as gospel.
I feel like we were definitely gonna have another level, and this can't be the end. But maybe Emerald's wrong. Definitely the good end, because we saved
The
everybody.
girl lying on that bed is no longer my child, nor my life's work. She is a monster, shaped by you alone. Just as she has always wanted.
20 seconds remaining.
But there is one detail of your mutual bond she failed to account for. Your body was designed to lapse into a coma when her heart ceases to beat. Eleanor, forgive me.
What? Gonna kill your own daughter who's in a coma. Just to kill me. What the ass? Why did she just like fly over here when we both died? Lamb just teleported away.
His body is shutting down now, naturally. But if he dies of trauma, he will return elsewhere. Full restraints at all times. No one enters this room until he
There we
is
go. We're not done. Who is she even working with, huh? Who is left to her?
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. Mother stopped my heart long enough to sever our bond. Staying near me won't stop you from dying now. Or worse. But I can still help you escape. This little sister's brought you something that will allow you to take control of her.
Take control of the sister? I forgot about this. This is pretty radical. You have taken control of the little sister. You can now use vents to gather atom from bodies. So this is what, remember?
I know this feels a bit strange, Father. But now you can see through her eyes and tell her where to go. This is how I brought you back without Mother catching on. Now, first, let's get you out of here.
Little toy gun. Now this is pretty cool. This is something that is explored in lots of different places in the world. But this is what the world looks like to the daughter. Shut up! Remember this hyper indoctrination screen. This looks very 60s TVs now. Looks very nice. There's flowers and stuff inside these like trash cans and corpses. The guns on the floor, just squirt guns, of course. These like horror beds are nice little pretty cleaned up things. Everything is a super happy playroom, and the splicers are just fancy gents. Just standing around. Alright, and that's me. With my big old dad feet. And my back that can't lay down. Oh, so that's why they have a hole in there, so that they can attach these things to them. I guess the red and the blue is oxygen and atom? No, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. So what's it like to crawl through a vent? I'm claustrophobic, are you? I'm also afraid of the dark. Okay, she like backed down out of it.
Good. Now, inside Mother's office, there's a way to unlock these chambers she's holding us in. Find a way to slip in there.
Yeah, so Eleanor is like in a perpetual coma, but since she's so genius and psychic, she's alive and psychic through it. We're talking about how American Revolution, people will say it's for political power, so that you have the ability to vote and stuff, but I think that's a huge fucking farce. It's something that people teach in schools so that it feels good. And like, yes, political power is a very important portion of the American Revolution. But I think that what was really happening is that the folks, and maybe this is a conspiracy theory, I don't really know enough to back this up, but I'd say what really happened is that the people in the United States with large quantities of power, large estates, big companies that were now independent from Papa Britain, were like, I don't like the idea that my economic power is subservient to Britain's economic power. I don't want to pay taxes to them. I want people to either, if I'm going to pay taxes, it should just directly benefit me. So yes, it's power. Yes, it's political movement, but I think it's very strongly, or it was very strongly, influenced by economic means, and then you tell the public that it was for democracy or whatever, definitely the public always like less taxes, just so they can get all riled up. If you do look through the history of the American Revolution and a lot of that stuff, a lot of it was really dirty.
You're in. There should be a lever in here somewhere. Pull it, and it will unlock our cells.
For example, a lot of the battles, there's one very famous one, there's like this picture where there's like some 7 or 8 guys got killed in like, I think they were protesting or something, and it wasn't really something that was hugely politically oriented, but through propaganda, through the drawing of some art that got shown all over the place, all of America got riled up by it. Same thing with the Alamo. You paint the Alamo as like a really, really righteous thing. There's Texans defending their land against the disgusting Mexicans. But it was very, very different from that. You know, the winners are always the ones who tell history.
Has been sighted within the facility. He will attempt to reach Subject Delta. All family duties are hereby suspended until he is found.
Alright. Hey, Lammy. It's a little annoying that everything's so shiny. One thing I did want to comment on is these, like, screwdrivers are the only things that are overtly bad in this world. These petals, of course, are probably blood. And the shit's not actually as pretty as it's actually. I'm sure we'll get a good look at it in a bit. Nice. It's interesting that the windows and the ocean is actually still dirty. Let's go over here before we leave. And we're rewarded by something.
Eleanor is changing as Delta draws closer. In her sleep, she mutters about having witnessed moments from his journey here. She is beginning to resist the moral conditioning. Eleanor's bond with Delta is turning her from the daughter of the people back into a rebellious child whose voice I do not recognize. Worse, I suspect Eleanor of direct involvement in his return. I fear that to separate them, I may have to take measures for which I will be unable to forgive myself.
So there you go. She killed her daughter, but she wasn't remorseful about it. And it was only a temporary killing. You know, there was a bunch of medical shit all over the place. And I guess staff, too, ready to res her. And I'm pretty sure her life force is greater than her own physical body, because she's got the psychic powers. So you can, like, beat her own heart. Just like Jotaro did.
What Mother did to me left me very weak, or I would do this part myself. To save your life, I'm going to have to change to be like you. From here, you should be able to locate the pieces of a Big Sister suit. Please, bring them to me.
It's pretty exciting. I'm surprised these... I know that probably the reason this model isn't a pretty one is so that... like I think we can kind of tell that it's not textured. Because shit becomes invisible when we look at it like that. Anyway, this model's not a pretty. And I guess it's just because they wanted to use a real Switch model. Alright. So, you know, maybe I'll talk to like Hobo about that. He knows his, I hope that this is actually what's going on here, and there is actually a bunch of teddies, a bunch of sizes and gifts and shit here. This is interesting. I know that the statues, I don't think the statues are actually of what they are. Daddy is so strong. So the splicers are looking at these pictures that are indoctrinating little sisters about how much they love their daddy. That's pretty cool. These tubes, why do they exist? I don't know. Probably some sort of oxygen mining. You get that one? This is interesting. Daddy meets Dr. Gilbert. So, what is going on here? It looks like I'm saving Dr. Gilbert from the mouth of this, like, snake tentacle thing. I don't even remember who Dr. Gilbert is.
Mother says that my condition is a blessing in disguise. She constantly reminds me that I was born for the express purpose of promoting
What a shit
her
mom.
ideals. And now, she's trying to convince me to begin splicing with the same cocktail that drove Dr. Alexander mad.
Yeah, do the drugs,
She thinks
daughter.
that my condition makes me immune to the damage. The surface is my only chance at freedom. But Mother took the one person I knew from above and murdered him in front of my eyes. Father, if I could only find a way to bring him back.
So here's a question. Is Johnny Surface Man actually her father and Sophia actually her mother? That is possible. It would make sense for her to unite with him in love and child making as a political movement, since he was a representation of the stuff that Ryan didn't like. But I don't know. Also, one thing about these things here is that the statues, I believe, are gold or blood, depending on your moral actions in the game. I don't remember this at all. But it looks like you're saving somebody, and it's blood, so maybe that's bad. Not really sure. If you remember previously, there was a golden statue of yourself. Oh, that's cool. So instead of flies, there's a bunch of the sisters see these things here, butterflies. And instead of the smoke, they see the angel ring. Instead of a disgusting decayed splicer, it's an actual lady. Oh, that's cool. Very nice transition. I like it. Straight back to the happy world. All good girls gather. Yeah. He's just sleeping. See, this is the exact kind of indoctrination that I was talking about. They did this thing in the movie, in the TV show, Stranger Things, where, I guess, spoilers, they have this little ghost-like powers, and they want to help her. Oh. Huh. Alright, so in minimal instances where your indoctrinated brain can't create a demonstration of why this is pretty, it goes back to being real. Also, the fact that the fire is burning through the fireplace is dumb. These nice pretty jail cells. Okay, maybe they're all red, because this is here, this part here is definitely the saving of, I'm pretty sure, the black lady. So maybe they're always red. Unsure. There should be, oh, here we go. Daddy meets Aunt Grace. So yeah, I help Grace. Who the fuck is this that other guy then? I'm gonna look it up very quickly just to make sure, to help you and to help me. Oh, it is. Daddy meets Dr. Gilbert. Let's do a quick lookup. Daddy meets Dr. Gilbert. Who is Dr. Gilbert? Ah, okay. So Dr. Gilbert is Alexander from that previous level. So, oh, cool. Okay. I'll go through and get a bunch of pictures of what these statues look like. If you kill them and if you save them, and I definitely remember to put this one in the description, just so you can take them out. There's a picture of the disgusting model fetus that Gilbert was in the original one. Instead of saving him from the sea monster thing, which is Adam, it's supposed to be an Adam eel, you kill the Adam eel, and he is the same thing as the Adam eel. So in this other one, I guess you kill her instead of saving her. That's pretty cool. Bunch of roses. I guess those are the Rosa Gallicas.
There's a piece of the suit in here, Father. Find the rest and bring them back to me.
Pretty radical. It's horrible things happening in this prison medical facility. You can also see that these roses, I think they're just blood all over the walls. Let's take a look at that. And that fireplace is just a regular fire. Taking this opportunity. Oh god, fucking. I hate grill sounds, especially on people. And the sound restarts over when we go into this world. It's an unhappy place. Is that water fountain there? No. A lot of it gets replaced. Alright, let's grab the big old suit. It's not really armor, is it?
Father, stuck in this fever dream. Mother kept me sedated in order to perfect my mind with Adam. To her, the ideal child is a genius, serving the common good without questioning it. You have saved me from that.
Thanks, girlie. Now here's a cool moral question. Oh, for a minute there we were able to see inside this room. Not intended. Anyway, let's say the perfect child is one that serves. Oh. What? It just opens a little bit. I guess we're not intended to go that way yet? Maybe? I don't know. That's weird. The perfect child is one. There's just fish toys here. I guess objects that you cannot, that are bad for you, are just toys. So all those teddies that we were seeing before were from like blood or body parts or guns or something. I don't know. Every day is Daddy's day. Now, it does seem cool to just spend all day having fun with Dad. Here we go. This ocean looks really pretty. Why was the ocean around Lamb not pretty? Huh? Is it because the daughter doesn't like Lamb and she has an aura of disgusting? Then why was the rest of the room not pretty? Aw, this is cool. Alright, so the statues are just some shit. The helmet here is a hat, maybe? Or like a corona? It's like, I think it's a wedding dress is what this whole stuff is. Of course there's a fire. Oh, let's see what the picture turns into. Is it just nothing? Yeah, it's nothing. And these are cells here. But they look like, oh, underwater stuff. Interesting. I guess to a child it could kind of look like a guy. Big strong man. Alright, let's move on. I really like these changes and things. Grab the sister helmet. Let's learn about the stuff.
I've been quarantined, but Mother's unaware of the extent of my connections to the new little sisters. I don't just empathize with them. I can control them directly. They are my hands and my eyes.
The other sisters are made from me, in part. As they grow up in Rapture, I feel it all. When you were with the little ones, they trusted you as their father, because of me.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. That helps to explain some of the incongruencies going on. Let's do a bit of suckage, but if we stand over here, I want to see that way. How it positions us. Get all the juice out of his neck. You're gonna drink it? Doesn't show us drinking it. I believe we get all this stuff that we pick up as a daughter. I really enjoy this segment. No. It may be one of the better segments in the game. It really makes your moral choices feel morally important since it affects something. And also, it gives you, it gives you a reprieve from all the shooting, fighting, which, it's fun, but not really the point of the game, right? The point is the atmosphere, the story, the characters, and the cool monsters that you're dealing with here. Alright, I think we've seen enough of the real versus fake world. Interestingly, I kind of think that the real world that the daughter's going through is like far worse than the fake world, than the places we've dealt with so far, but I guess this is like a horror laboratory, hospital, prison. So, whatever, they've done a good job. What are these? Oh, they're just gloves. Weapon. Excuse me. Alright. So we loop back over here, probably. No.
Mother was right about one thing. I have been watching you, Father. Studying the way you have treated others. And now I know who I am.
See? Moral choices matter. The character and plot development is interesting because it has consequences. We still haven't seen a statue for Pool, which is the third person in that trio. Well, second, really. But maybe I missed it? I don't know. I'll make sure to get pictures of that shit for you. I definitely won't forget this time.
I am free. After everything Mother has done to me, I am alive and sane enough to be curious about the sun. When you rescued my new sisters, I felt every one, and it gave me hope for the first time in years.
It's back to what I was talking about earlier, the morality, not questioning the moral choice. Questioning moral choice isn't wrong. You should always be allowed to question choices, but it would make sense that you would have somebody there to guide them into thinking the way you want them to think. That would be a better form of indoctrination. Besides, what if the sisters, you know, with their hyper-intelligence, know more than you do, are better identifying good than you are? Also, the head is weird on this statue. Like, I know it's supposed to be you, but your head's not the right way. Okay. Oh, so what we just came out of, if you remember, this is where we were, the office of Lamb. So she has her, like, horror laboratory and jail cells over there. And look at this. Much bigger room than we could see because it was all dark. And remember, it was like a horror laboratory. Here, have the clothes. She just turns into a sister. But she's green, that means she's good.
Now, I will do the same for all the others. Starting with this one.
She is covered with less metal than... She's just gonna punch you? Oh. Oh, so you got the freeing. Now...
We've done it, Father. I'll be there soon.
Here's a question. How come you, as the big player daddy, were able to free the sisters using that healing hand thing? We'll say it was Eleanor.
These suits always did make me think of you, Father. I guess I still remember you in shining armor. But now it's my turn to fight for you.
Thanks. Now that's a better difference for what a good daughter is. Or a good child. One that, seeing the goodness, loyalty and love of their parents, turns around and, given appropriate age, presents that same to them, to the parents, and probably more importantly to the world.
Take this
Let's
plasmid.
move.
You can use it to call me to your side in a fight.
Ooh, summon Eleanor. So she's just gonna leave? It's bring your daughter to work day. Summon Eleanor in her big sister form to help even the odds in overwhelming battles. And we just get a new slot for that. Appreciate it.
Summon the big sister to fight by your side. Warning, nothing lasts forever.
Great. I wonder if we can upgrade that. And poof, she just teleports away. Alright. So let's check out our plasmids, I guess, at the end of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Telekinesis, wind thing, lightning, fire, bugs, Eleanor. Okay. Present. I believe these are all the things that you gathered as the sister. So there you go. I can't even hold all of it. Here's the guy that you killed. We're doing so good that I don't need his stuff. And I guess we're gonna get to go through that area now as... Oh, this is the room where I was in originally. Alright, I do appreciate the reuse of rooms. Continuity in the world. Control room, alright. Alrighty. Let's get some bugs, and there's 2 brutes. We should summon good old Eleanor. Where is she? Let's just watch her a little bit. We don't even get items anymore. She's really strong. Shooting grenades. Hey, hey. Good team, Eleanor.
Subject
away.
Delta, I know you can hear me. You have stolen my life's work, and with it, my only daughter. But Rapture is the house of monsters. The surface will not have us.
I don't think so.
Now, we shall be buried as a family.
Alright, you didn't get what you want. So let's just kill each other. Alright there, Eleanor.
Oh God, she's going to drop this building into the trench. It's miles deep. We have to find Sinclair.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so there's the last choice. Should we save Sinclair? Of course. Let's move on. Let's move on. She said it doesn't last forever, but she's just gonna stand there. See you later, daughter. Who needs you? That's not the point of this game at all. Oh, loading zone. Well, that was a pretty cool level. What's that? 50 minutes? Let's keep going. We'll finish the stuff. Let's think. Is there something else I can use as evidence that American culture and all the important political movements are about money? Well, you can always go through and look at the history of wars. You know, they were always wars of either control or money, more so money, I think. Like the Panama Canal with the destabilization of the local government, the Iraqi and all the Arab things that we did because we want that oil. You know, I think that it's really just something that's pretty obvious, except nobody really looks at it, and if you talk about it, you'll just say it's a conspiracy theory, so, eh. This place is far cleaner and happier than the rest of the area so far. Also, cool little, like, spire downwards. Pretty. Oh, one thing to think of, this building and all the other buildings have a lot of stone associated to them. So, any geologists, masons, or architects out there, I would have thought that stone might be not a great construction material. Maybe it's cement. It's not a great construction material because it would be easily worn away in the little seams. Say you attach, oh, there's cool giant leaves going out of there too. And it is growing out of the metal. And it looks like a fucking, those leaves are fins. Oh, they're drawn on sexy mermaids. Who fucking put those there? Anyway. So the way you would put cement together is through rebar, right? Alright, so this is the map for the remainder of the world. Definitely not fail-safe industries. Behind these walls lies perfection. You say so. So where are we? I feel like we've been to the infirmary and we've been to everything, maybe? I don't know. The whole point is that this docking room, we're eventually gonna... Oh, I see. Alright, so we're in this M. We're probably gonna go through all these sections here and the... well, I won't tell you what I have to in the game.
This is Sinclair's lifeboat, Father. Out the window here. It's our only chance of escape. From what I know of Sinclair, he wouldn't just abandon it.
Pretty interesting.
Yes,
Where is
Delta.
Sinclair anyway?
What of Sinclair? The man who would sell paradise. And where is he now?
Probably getting hyper-tortured.
A security curfew is now in effect. All cells and bulkheads are sealed until further notice.
Oh, I didn't see the thing. I'll see it later.
This facility hangs over an ocean trench delta. The family has activated timed charges within its foundations. Surrender before detonation, or we shall fall and be crushed in the abyss below.
Yeah, that's not a great idea. How about I just win?
All of Persephone down, including the gangway leading to the lifeboat. We can reverse it from the holding wing if we hurry. Come on.
So this is this last level timed? I kind of doubt it.
Use the plasmid if you need me, Father. I'm going to have a look around.
I bet you there's nothing stopping me from just using it all the time.
Has escaped. Eleanor Lamb has turned on her own people. Stand and fight, or the Rapture family falls together.
Alright, let's get the last upgrades. What should we get? Telekinesis 3 for a shit ton? Sure, why not? Is there anything super cool here at the end? No, nothing super exciting. We already got the super cool one, the Eleanor. Alright, upgrade Telekinesis 3, see what that does. You can now pick up smaller foes while they're still alive. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Enemy in your way? Not anymore. Throw him with the power of your mind.
So now I can just toss them into the traps. I like that. Alright. Winter and Hypnotize. Not interested. Icicle Assault sounds cool, but we don't have the money for that shit anyway. Damn, this thing does lots of damage now. And... Pow. I don't think we're actually on a timer. I think that's a complete lie. Let's talk about another conspiracy. One that I don't know if it's officially a conspiracy or if it officially was proven. During the Second World War, you remember, or you may not know, that the United States was the greatest hero that swept in and saved everyone, and everything would have gone bad if we didn't. Well, that's the American view of things. A more honest review of things is that the United States really didn't want to participate in the Second World War at all. Europe was getting fucking ass pounded, but the public was against it, so we weren't in there. At the time, I think FDR was president. He was doing an acceptable job. He wasn't like super great, I think.
You can hack that door open,
Yeah.
Father.
Thank
Give
you.
it a go.
Yeah. It's super hard. Thank you. Did it. Hacked the door. How do we get in there? Oh, it needs to come through another direction. Alright. Public was against it, so we weren't doing it. This was between the First and the Second World War. So here's something important.
To get you out of Rapture, Father. It's the only way I can save you now.
So my heart is slowly going away since I've been separated from my little sister. Lamb knows way. We're not like actually physically separated, but since she died, my body's like, well, fuck this. So the quote-unquote timer, I don't know if it is a real timer, is every once in a while you have less health because your heart's going down. Here's the room.
Dr. Lamb says to embrace the man in the mirror. How bloody queer is that?
We plucked the fruits from the tree of life, and it was our curse!
Looks like Sinclair's been ousted. He wasn't slick enough to avoid the boot this time, but at least it wasn't a firing squad. Lamb proved she's got the ear of the general population down here, so it'd probably be prudent to play along for a while, see where this goes. She says she'll let me keep my little fiefdom here in holding, long as I agree to help supply her therapy sessions. No qualms there. These sorry buggers could use some rehabilitation.
Alright, so that's the guy for this world, I guess. The warden? Maybe he's just a one-off person, I don't know. I don't think that the heart thing is actually time-based. I think you just... If there's certain places where when you walk through, you lose a percentage of your health. Which is part of the reason why it's important to level up health all the time. Oh. The button.
Admission sequence. Don't you recognize Sinclair, Delta? Now he is what you should have been.
Oh.
One final Alpha series, ready to die for the family. As Persephone's former owner, he is the ideal man to put you back in your cage.
Mother's controlling Sinclair, Father, and he's got the master key. Catch him!
That's a pretty cool story plot element.
Kid, Lamb's in my head. I can't help myself. I have to fight just to talk. Left me my goddamn tongue to torture the bomb codes out of me. She wants me to stop you leaving. I'm sorry.
So down here, the Lamb cult gets pretty bad. Oh, that's a nice little butterfly. Lamb will lead us to the way. I guess so. Let's get ourselves a nice daughter to help with this problem over here. Teach him about fire. How about teach him about drill? Oh, not that. security system. I don't like it. Oh, I guess the spear would be good against the security system. Probably one shot it, right? Yep.
Who's next?
This place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are, locked away from the outside world, suspended over a pit with no hope of release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
So this is the sort of definitive, like, Lamb is the same as Ryan. Because she just ended up using the political jail, the philosophical difference jail, that Ryan was using as her own jail. Ow. The spears aren't that good since I didn't upgrade them. However, Lamb is super good.
Stand in our way, and you'll get the same.
You know, despite us doing all the good stuff, Eleanor has become pretty bloodthirsty. Anyway, so let's get to the conclusion. Like, what is the end result of America being created as the Moneyland? Number one, it was a very, very strong form. In terms of politics, the whole like different or a government form. Shouldn't I have telekinesis? Oh, it's number 6 since we upgraded it. It definitely was an incredibly strong
Eleanor,
government form. Resilient.
I know you can hear me. I am inside Sinclair's lifeboat.
I'll leave
now.
this one alone.
Delta cannot reach me here, but you can. You need not die with him.
She can teleport in. She left her way out.
We shall return to the surface together, if you will only step inside and accept your duty. Remember, Eleanor, Mummy loves you.
That's good, at least.
Ah, yes. Mother's testing me. One last game. Fortunately, by now, I'm the world's foremost expert at breaking her rules. I've made my choice, Father. And if needs be, I'll die for it.
What a good little daughter. But she's making the mistake. Just because Lamb's been a bad girl doesn't mean that she should kill her mom. Or completely abandon her. And just, you know, good psychology dictates that everyone can be saved. Everyone. And morally, I would say that the attempt to save someone that other folks believe is beyond saving is one of the most righteous things you can do. Justice and punishment are outdated and selfish. Selfish because punishment just helps you, it makes you feel good about yourself. Sorry, prisoners. You're all fucking drugged up, spliced up, insanified, damaged, and you're left here to get exploded. Sorry. Defeat Sinclair. Now we have to go to the other section.
I've locked you in here. Lamb's making me dance on her goddamn strings. I can't stop. You're gonna have to break in here and put me down. Wish there was another way, but I'd rather die a man than live like this.
How about you live a man?
I'd tell you the code to that keypad if I could. It's like Lamb's put walls up in my head, but the prisoners here might have walked out the number. Check the cells. Oh, please, hurry. It hurts to keep singing out without say-so. And I'm starting to forget the words.
They're doing a very good
God, he's right, Father.
job with this shit.
Mother's betting you'll die in here, or that I'll abandon you before the bombs detonate. We can't save Sinclair now. We need that key from him. Find the code to the watchtower, or work out a way to draw him out.
This is one way.
You're in
Hacking
the
that.
ought to give you some kind of jump on me. I hope.
But we're not going to do this since there's other ways through. Some money down there, we don't need money. But that's really cool that right at the end, suddenly the game becomes slightly non-linear. Like, the fuck?
Son, I built this place and I did rent you out to those plasmid trials up at Fontaine. And now I'm paying for it. Wish I had time to make amends. Take the lifeboat, it's all yours. Just don't leave me like this.
Please kill me. One of the most saddest things you can say.
It's Dodge. A little birdie told me you found out the warden's code. Send a message to my cell in Block A, telling me where you hid the code.
Block A.
Your debt's paid.
Alright, that's pretty cool. If you do this stuff, you get more stuff.
For far too long. I'm taking this into my own hands. I secured a hack tool to nullify his turrets and subvert the bots. I also figured out the code. It's
2-6, huh? So we could sit there and just try for hours.
That's half the code. Now find the rest.
Why is this so non-linear? I think what it is it's trying to provide you a way to rush through this last section. So if you want to just finish the game, you can. But also, if you want to, it also makes you feel like it is on like a timer. But if you want to get all this extra stuff, play with as much of the game as you can, you still can. I'm giving you lots of these options. Poor lady. Oh, she wasn't so poor. And I was talking about one of the greater deceptions, the Second World War. The US did not want to join the war, especially because the public was not in it. Partially because we were coming out of the First World War, and there was this big old depression going on.
Free will, Delta. Eleanor's gift to you. And with each decision, you twisted her into your own image. Sinclair has no such choice. Yet in its absence, he serves the...
Don't let me set fire into the ammo such. A bonus. You're damaged by elemental attacks again, Eve. Okay.
World unerringly. He is now the better man.
That's a cool fate for somebody who's always egocentrically like just making money off of other people's happiness and lives. Let's listen to this thing.
It's time to leave this place. I held out hope for months that I'd see my family again, but it seems like this rope is my only ticket to freedom. I'm sure Ryan has seized the bookstore. No telling where Gloria and Billy will have to live. Can't seem to form a complete thought anymore. Can't sleep with that glow coming in the windows. Things out there watching us. Maybe I'll get to sleep now.
So the solitary confinement is this thing where they dump you down in there. One of them got drowned. This is pretty bad solitary confinement. It looks like there probably was no lights down there either. Is there anything cool here? Reward for coming down here. I did see something shiny. Delta. Elemental Vampire. They're giving you all these plasmids just at the end. Like, maybe there's a New Game Plus where you get to just have everything at the beginning. Sometimes you just want more than just watch your enemies burn alive. Sometimes you want to steal their precious life force too. Elemental Vampire makes that possible. Given you shall receive. Level 3 elemental streams siphon health from your enemies. Yeah, there's gotta be a New Game Plus. That's pretty scary. It's all dark now. Whoa.
When you do me in, kid, don't blame yourself. I won't be able to stop from trying to gun you down, but it helps to know that you'll stick it to Lamb and let young Eleanor see the sun.
Really bad at this, huh? Well, I'm just gonna leave. Not bleed, leave. I wanna go in there. I wanna go in the showers. Must be some sort of secret to getting in there. Lie down when shots are fired. That's a good piece of advice. Lights out at 8 o'clock. Surprised you people have like their own control over that. Shovel. Ooh.
Maintenance tunnel, yes. I remember. That could get you near enough to lure me out. Try it, kid.
There's some good non-linearity telling us about that secret we already found.
I caught a glimpse of the warden entering the code to the tower today. Last 2 digits were 7 and 3. Didn't catch the rest. Maybe I can just figure it out. Trial and error. Wonder how long that'd take.
Statistically, punching in the code's probably only like...
Done it. Now just come on in and put me down easy.
Do you not see,
maybe
Delta?
30, 40 tries?
You were a thing of beauty when first we met. Non-conscious, yet utterly vital to your city. The flaw was only in your master's intent. It is an error we have corrected in Sinclair. He is bonded to the entire family.
But the showers are open now? No, it's still closed. How do I get in there? Go back some stairs there. No, that's just another floor. Not sure how we get in there. Well, we have the code now. And I think this is cell block A that we haven't been to. Been to solitary. B. Looks like we have been to A. Looks like we've been to everything. Down? Down one more? Yeah, looks like we've been everywhere. Maybe we have. Oh, yes, we have been to the showers. I recall now. Alright.
Sinclair is moving, Father. Track him down. We need that key.
I want Eleanor to solve this problem for me. Let's go. Ooh. God. Very painful end to a guy that I would rather not have to kill.
So long, kid.
Now, Father, I'm afraid that ending the lockdown means releasing all the prisoners. So please, be ready before you use that key on the override switch.
I mean, most of the prisoners we've already like looked at, they're either like dead or the cells are empty. What's the last thing we should get? How about drill damage? Yeah. Cool, it gets little gyros on there. I like it. Let's go in here. Is there anything we can get? We can... Is this somebody? Just a corpse. Just a corpse. Alright, well, let's get going. So, just a quick conclusion to my thing about the the great American thing about the war. How did they get all the people to actually want to join World War II? They made a letter. Now, it's not true. We don't know if this is created by the United States or if it actually happened. But the official, definitely no one has qualms about this. The FBI or the CIA intercepted a letter, I believe, between Germany and Mexico. Mexico was it didn't have really anything to do with the war, and Germany was kind of saying, hey, how about you guys join us? We know that America's oppressing you, and we like you guys. But the FBI got it before it got to Mexico, and then the Americans were like, they're trying to recruit our friends, the Mexicans. We hate Germany now. Let's go to war. And I believe there was another one where an American big warboat was sunk, and they just said that it was, and a bunch of people died on that boat and shit. They just said that it was, the enemy. And then of course Pearl Harbor really got everyone finally in on it. But so there was some stuff. It doesn't seem like there's really any way that the U.S. could have caused Pearl Harbor to happen. Although it seems like a really unreasonable idea for Japan to. Oh, she leaves after a long time. Wow. Attack the U.S. It seems like such a bad fucking idea. I don't know why they did that. I'll have to ask a historical, intelligent person to know. But so those are the three things that made the U.S. like really gung ho about joining World War II. And I think Pearl Harbor may have had something to do with the boat getting sunk. Like maybe we retaliated a little bit, but not like full force. And Japan's like, fuck them. And then they attacked Pearl Harbor in rage. I don't know. Whatever. Back to the game. Yay.
Sinclair died a hero of the Rapture family, Delta. Was he a friend to you?
Looks like
or
lots
just
of
a tool?
Deltas
Can
and
you
Burly
even
boys.
grasp the difference? And Eleanor, you have chosen Subject Delta over your mother, your people, and the duty of your birth. So be it. You believe this craft will carry Delta to safety, like a spoilt child with a new toy. I have no choice but to take it away.
Curfew lifted. All cell blocks open. All bulkhead seals released.
Oh no. Mother's turned her attention to the lifeboat. We must go there, now!
Oh, he just instantly fucking headbutted me. Alright. Strange that there's no more little sisters in this level. Let's buy some health, just to be sure that we don't fuck things up. Oh, we get to go through the showers now. Alright. Pretty sure we've been here? Yeah, we saw a guy in here. I don't think we've been to the laundry, have we? We have been here because we killed that guy before. Alright. Let's finish up the game. So, in the spirit of the rest of the game so far, the final thing that's going to happen is we'll get a choice to kill Lamb or not to kill Lamb.
Tears Eleanor further from me, Delta. Soon, this father obsession will end her. You have left me without want. Before you die, I will take all that you hold dear. Sinclair is just another body in your wake.
Alright, so Lamb is now gone like full circle. As a psychologist, she should be all about rehabilitation. But instead of rehabilitating me or people, what she did do, I guess turning them into daddies and sisters, she wants to just kill me and kill those people, basically turn them into robot monsters to work for her. So it's like, it's not really very... And the other thing is, she is the most selfish person ever. She just like, oh, you took my daughter away. You didn't let me just win everything. So now I'm mad and I want to punish you for it. So obviously she's just lost it. You know, control, power is always damaging to people. Damaging to the psyches. They can't handle it, become egocentric. That's just human nature, I think. It takes a very strong mind to withstand the allure of power that makes you corrupt over time.
I was afraid of this. Mother has bombed out the ballast compressors, Father. The lifeboat will be too heavy to launch. Unless... Let me think.
Unless we fix it.
I can boil away the water and get the lifeboat to rise, but I can't generate that much heat alone. It's time to recruit the rest of Mother's little sisters. We're taking them with us. Head to the pediatric wards.
So we've been to the jail. Next we're going to therapy. You have a multi-part goal. Press M to go to the goal tab and look at the shit. So look, they're adding in more like non-linearity right at the end of the game. It's kind of funny, isn't it? The arrow and map will be guiding you to your active goal. What are the things in therapy? Oh. There's the infirmary, which I think we've been to already. It's where they're doing all their science mumbo-jumbo. Docking tunnel. Can't go there yet. We've been to holding, where they did all the prisoners. So now we go to therapy, where they turn the sisters into sisters. Ooh, and the again happened right when we were joining the next section.
Again, Father. Hold on.
We didn't really lose that much health, did we? Maybe we lose both health and Adam? More health than Adam? Unsure. Drink this whiskey. It's cool that the table's smashed down. Maybe we'll see Big Sisters here. If this wasn't such a shooty game, this would be pretty scary, right? But it is a shooty game. Ball. The ghosts of sisters. The thing is, things aren't scary when you have lightning powers and a rocket launcher. And that's the unfortunate truth of the way people have developed these games.
I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
Stop trying to speak through me, Lord.
Mother's people are starting to detonate the charges. We don't have long.
Shouldn't be using grenades on these folks. Too good for them. Alright. There's a keypad to get in there, and we can kind of see a tiny little thing. It's a really nice painting. This one's less cool.
My father was a physician. He raised me not to echo him, but to model the world as it ought to be. I was to teach a simple moral calculus. Each choice as though the world must bear it. Each life or death for the common good. He called it the triage imperative, and would laugh without smiling.
Ha 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 ha. I don't know how you could possibly do that. I mean, that's not a really bad thing, although she's kind of interpreted it in a selfish way.
With this damn faulty memory of mine, I need to record a clue so I don't forget the key code. Brown legs, red Now to secure this log somewhere.
Alright, so brown legs is 4, first number. Blue arms.
Faulty memory of mine, I need to record a clue so I don't forget the key code. Brown legs, red mouths, blue arms, green eyes. Now to secure this log somewhere.
Okay, so it's probably these 4 pictures. So brown legs, red mouths, blue arms, green eyes. So 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's try that. The only time the code is not just straight up given to you in this little thing. 4, 1, 2, 3. No.
With this damn faulty memory of mine, I need to record a clue so I don't forget the key code. Brown legs, red mouths, blue arms, green eyes. Now to secure this log somewhere.
Alright, maybe what it is that the whole... It's brown is like the overall color of the painting. And then the feature is the quantity. So brown legs is 4. Red mouths is 1. Green eyes could be this one or that one. So maybe 4, 1, 6. This would be, maybe this is it. And then blue arms, which I would say is this. 4 again. 4, 1, 6, 1. Maybe? It's weird to have a puzzle like this at the end of the game, where supposedly you're on a timer. But... you know, you have to sit here and figure this shit out. Alright, so probably the eyes and the arms is what it is. I'll replay it one more time just to make sure I got it right. Brown legs, red mouths, blue arms, green eyes.
So I don't forget the key code. Brown legs, red mouths, blue arms, green eyes. Now to secure this log somewhere.
Brown, red, blue, green. Brown, so 4, 1, 3, 2. We haven't tried that one. 4, 1, 3, 2. What? Did I hit cancel? 4, 1, 3, 2. Didn't hit cancel. But there wasn't like a... Because like when you get it wrong, it says a thing, right? No. Alright, so... brown legs, there are 4 brown legs. There's 1 red mouth. There's 4 blue arms. And we'll say that this is the eyes. And I would say there's 6 eyes. Or maybe it's the quantity of things. So let's try 4, 1, 4, 6. I think we've done that though. 4, 1, 4, 6. Oh, there we go. Okay. And the reward is nothing that we really need. Everything just falls down and I got one of them.
Utopia. Said aloud,
Whoops.
it evokes heaven on earth. Yet the word means both good place and no place. An ideal, unreachable. Even in the naming of it, we refuse to believe. And yet, we will forever seek utopia, driven always to want more, no matter how much we have. It is among the grandest of human ironies that our very drive to find utopia has kept us from abiding there.
Remember when she said she wouldn't be speaking any more shit? Also therapy. But they got like strapped to these chairs. It's not very therapeutic, is it? Probably make you crazier.
Name? Where am I? Name? What the fuck did you do with my wife? Name? Let me out of this chair!
I will never become angry again. And act as such. The illusion begins to break down. Your genes have no objection to an empty smile. But anger to the gene is part of the program. I submit the following conclusion. The gene is the enemy.
I don't really understand how her logic came to that, but I do identify with the idea that the gene is an enemy. Oh, these seems like fun slides. They don't really seem torturous. At first I thought that you get lowered into water or something, but they don't really seem too bad.
What is good? Only one definition endures. Good is pleasure in the absence of suffering. What then is the greater good? To calculate pleasure or suffering in the majority, we must account for the dimension of time. Each act must be measured not merely within the moment, but against all causality. The greater good, therefore, equates to total pleasure over time.
I mean, that's one definition of what the greater good is. Pleasure and happiness aren't necessarily... Pleasure and pain aren't the only ways to quantify good, though. Oh shit. Oh, this is an interesting little thing. Apparently there were potato chips here, but there's not. Oh, we can give them potato chips through this little hole as a reward for... This is a conditioning thing. I do this with animals for research, like I'm supposed to do a thing and get rewarded, or do a thing and be associated with pain. So there's a sexy lady and it's pain. There's also the reward, haul her chips. I wonder if there's some way to recombobulate this thing so that it's good. Don't think so. It's just a cool little thing. Cool little painter guy. It is a sermon, you bastard.
We're almost to the pediatric ward. I expect we'll be fighting our way inside.
Whatever you say, girl face. He's not an enemy. Everything's gotten unreasonably dark now, too. It's become more of a Bioshock game.
As you've always said, I shouldn't be allowed to wander the city in my condition. But without going outside, it's harder to hear much about the world. So I'm learning at home. This, I think, is a porcelain tea service in the style of Louis XV. Isn't that right? That's a fascinating sound. And this is called a stained glass window, handcrafted by your adoring flock. They've gone to a lot of trouble to capture your likeness, haven't they?
Again, rewards for finding things around here, but we can't get them because we're full. That's a nice little thing, just characterizing her. She's not Little Miss Perfect, she does bad shit, but, you know, a lot of bad shits happen to her too. What's in here? Nice bathing chamber. Complete with dead medicalmen. And... looks like various tanks. So this might probably have been some sort of therapy. That's bad. Weird that there's a hack darts here. Also funny that there's vending machines all over a jail and infirmary and stuff. Looks like this might be some sort of administrative section. Oh! This fire thing. It's cool, right?
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal. Push the call button on the window there, and then I'll proceed. It isn't safe to begin yet. We must finish off the splices first.
I don't remember what we're doing here. When I've cleared him out, am I no longer able to summon her? I can, so she should just know. Got sucked, boyo. How about I just let her do all the work? Oh. This is a really weird section. I have no idea what we're doing here at all. I did it, I guess. She's waking up all the little sisters
I'll
in the
wake the
bed.
children up. They're stronger than they know. With their help, I should be able to boil off the water and get us all out of here.
What are the children going to do?
Go on ahead, Father. I'll free them as quickly as I can, just as you showed me.
Okay, so she's doing that. Oh, as I showed her! So, here's a question. Does she mean I showed her... Also, I appreciate the guy stuffed into this desk. I showed her to free them? Unfortunate, the ones here were fucking killed. Or does she mean that I showed her how to do the little mental thing? That's a nice little animation. For the reasonableness of the plot, I'll hope she means that, like, I showed her the kindness. Not a very kind person, anyway, am I? Just got too much of everything. But it would have been really, really annoying to play this in the hard version. I don't recall seeing a statue of Stanley Poole. That really bothers me. Because I did save him.
Things aren't so rosy for Lamb's little collective farm down here, no matter how much influence she's got with the inmates. She keeps feeding Ryan more and more of her people for the Big Daddy program, in order to keep the rest of her flock alive. I think she's getting desperate. I ought to have Weir double the orderlies on all the major junctions.
Glad they're actually giving us shotgun stuff since I've been using it so much. I'm kind of confused as to what I'm doing. I know we're freeing the sisters, but I don't know why I'm over here now. They've kind of gone super far on this ending, just trying to put in as much as they can now. Like, here's the pneumo station. Why is the pneumo station controlled here?
Need I remind you, Sinclair, that Lamb is your problem now. She's no longer a citizen of Rapture. That was the proviso. You wanted her expertise, and now you have it. Ryan Industries is your client, and we require test candidates from among your charges. The
protectors are short-lived. Lamb would be a messiah, correct? Well, sever a sacrifice to save the flock.
Do I really? That one kind of seems out of place since we already know that Sinclair was selling him the people. I guess that's telling us that Sinclair sold us out to her so that she could have a martyr. I thought she just killed us because we had her sister, her daughter. $500 buyout. Jesus, this one's hard. Thank you for explaining what hacking the door did. Alright, so what do we get for hacking this? Like, you get all the money in the world, all the ammunition in the world. But like, what is the point of giving us all this? And weren't we supposed to have freed the prisoners, so now shouldn't we just be constantly under attack? Shit is fucking weird. Why did we even go to the administration offices? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just progressively getting more confused. Hey there, guy.
You are not saving them, Delta. No matter how pure your intent. The surface is not paradise, but perdition. I would sooner see them drown.
Now here's another example of the flawed thinking Lamb's got. As a psychologist, you're supposed to believe that anyone is savable and helpable.
Wanted a daughter, but love is just a chemical. We give it meaning by choice. I will be damned if I let Mother take you away from me again.
So why is Lamb just considering that the surface is just a waste? It should be given up on.
The plasmid, Father. Just point the way and I'll help you fight.
You got it. Is there just a bunch of enemies here? Not very much of a final fight. So what are we doing now? Where does the arrow lead us? Back to the infirmary. I thought it led us out of here.
This one's mine.
Well, I guess we haven't been here yet.
That's another charge gone. We have to keep moving. If this building falls, we're all dead.
They could have put the triggers not immediately after joining each section. I'm using trap ribbits. My bad. Yeah, let's use this telekinesis one to grab him like we learned that we could. It's pretty bloodthirsty, this one. There's another upgrade thing here. Don't see a way to get in there yet. Well, I'm glad we can see her using her like super kinesis to fight the nothing. She's just...
This is not a sermon.
Oh, this is where Ward A is.
Offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
Nothing to that one. I'm just kind of flabbergasted by this last level. It's weird. It's like, it's not bad. It's not a bad level. It's just, it doesn't fit with everything else because it seems much better done and maybe a little bit, not spread thin, but just, it's like, say you're eating an apple, right? You got one last bite. And the last bite is so rich,
Eleanor
so
was
juicy.
The composite of all Rapture's genius. The first living utopian, serving the world at large with no regard for herself. To force consciousness on such a being is to tear its wings away. That was your gift to her, Delta. Just as she hoped. You must be very proud.
And so you're just like spooked by how different it is. It's not that it's bad, it's just a completely different apple. And so Lamb is like telling you, oh, giving her free will is bad, don't do that. Well, you know, what's the point of Utopia if you have no free will, huh?
Delta was in top form today. The guards tried to make him take another dose of whatever the hell it is they're pumping into him. And he managed to take on all 4 of them at once. Snapping legs and arms, blood everywhere. They say one of the guys might not even wake up. I wish I could be that free.
So they see the Delta's strength as freedom. It's kind of funny. Pills everywhere. Who doesn't love some pillies? Here's a question for you. In the future, and even in present day, they've developed food systems where you just mix something with water and drink it. Doesn't taste great, but it's got everything you need. And it's cheap, I believe. Much cheaper than making food or buying pre-made food. Would you go for that? Here's another one. If it was just pills,
Steady, Father.
would you go for that?
Let's go now.
Personally, I think that food is one of the greatest parts of life. You know that a chocolate bar and a kiss both stimulate the brain. The chocolate bar stimulates the brain to a much greater extent than an intimate kiss with a lover. And if that's not reason enough to eat good food, what is? They say live to eat, don't eat to live, don't live to eat. But I think you could do both. He's just constantly teleporting around. He's broken. This is even to his weirdest. And oh, when we killed this guy, we shot him. He was like pointing at us, and now he's pointing there. Cool. Let's just keep going up. What is? Oh. My daughter, save me. Save me from the gameplay. I wish never to have to play this game. Play it for me. I thought I saw something in there. Whoa. Oh. Oh boy. Let's get out the good weapon. No, not that. How about some heat seekers? Pew. It does lots of damage. Hit my own daughter. Sorry. Now you attack nothing. So what's in these cells we opened up? blackness. It's just more loot. They really went all out here, but it seems as though the writers... So it seems like the level designers worked super hard at putting this shit together. And the writers just were... They had very little to give us. So the level designers were like, well, we're gonna make this place really cool. I don't know.
Guess I had the wrong of it when it came to Dr. Lamb. She explained how my cravings for control were rotting me out from the inside. We found all these incidents in my log where I made it easy for a convict to get the jump on me, just so I could bloody punish him. Christ. But I believe I could do some good down here now, with the family. Well, we have a shot at surviving that fucking bedlam going on up there. Maybe even take the city back.
Alright. It's a pretty clear, straight example of, you know, in 1984, they're like, truth is lies, good is evil, freedom is bondage, something like that. In this case, they think that one of them thought power is freedom. This guy seemed to think that living in a jail was freedom. Life is not freedom. Life allows for freedom, but it does not guarantee it. Which is why freedom has to be part of, like, a lot of constitutions and shit. Yeah, alright. What's going on in surgery?
Must be something beyond. And the lamb will show us the way.
Medical Center is the first and probably one of the better levels in all of the first Bioshock. And they made it all the better because people don't like hospitals and dentists and places like that. They're scary. It's an innate thing. And they had, as the first boss, a doctor, a cosmetic doctor, who had just taken his job and gone crazy. And they're doing that, they're trying to recapture that here, but in a much more chaotic way. And it kind of works, but it's not scary.
Not certain if she was trying to end her own life or merely escape. Either way, her things had healed by the time I managed to get down to the first floor where she lay. Now, without proper setting, the rapid healing process had fused her bones back together at odd angles. We had to re-break and set them almost a dozen times, each due to the small window of viability. Now, those children may be immortal, but I can verify they feel pain. Advising Dr. Lamb on higher doses of sedatives to keep this from happening again.
Now that is quite the terrifying situational condition. That last bit actually scared me for some reason, them coming in. Everything seems so routine now, because although they're giving you lots of enemies and they're throwing all of the existing enemies at you like crazy, it's just, there's nothing new other than the non-linearity. It's a strange thing that's gone on at this level. I don't know. The nice thing is, you know, they're reusing as many assets as they can from the previous game. I think this shit's super reused, and it is kind of a good, like, final hurrah, but it kind of feels like a bit of a slog to me.
My first incarnation when Dr. Lamb gave me my mandate to alleviate pain was to block its neural pathways. Now, the preliminary results were promising too, until some of the children started chewing their own tongues off out of ignorance. Need to sequester them away from the others so as not to cause undue stress on the remaining subjects.
So yeah, Pain is good. It stops you from doing dumb shit to your own body. How do you get rid of pain without
We're nearing another
hurting?
pediatric ward. It will be guarded, Father. Get ready.
Fucking door just closes on it and opens again. So the whole idea that without pain you hurt yourself, you damage yourself, so pain is good, brings to light the question of, so if pain is good, is the removal of pain a valid utopian situation? Sort of. Pain is necessary in two forms. One, the prevention of error, damage, mistake, or poor choice. And two, the ability to learn or deal with situations. It's a form of signaling information.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
Okay. Basically the deal was, it's strange that we've gotten rid of all of the big daddies, the regular ones now. You'd think they could send us, instead of just like 3 or 4 big daddies, right? Alright, so the goal we're going after right now is getting the kids. It's not a bad goal. Oh, we can go in and look at the kids now. Oh no, this is the call, we can't go in. Just let Eleanor do everything for us. Oh, I just can't go in there. Lead the way to the enemies. Attack the wall, Eleanor. I really appreciate her telling me where the enemies are. Have we defeated all of them? I guess so. She's just magically in there. Do we really need to signal her? Since she can teleport around and has psychic powers of omniscience.
Yes, we're ready for the ballast tank. I can boil off the water and get us out of here. We must return to the docking platform, Father, now.
You got it.
You granted Eleanor the will to choose. And now, like a plague, she spreads it to those innocents. To be self-aware is a curse, Delta.
I don't think so.
Damning them.
Self-awareness is the only way to true freedom. Ants aren't free. They're not even alive. Here's a question. I think that animals' lesser and greater sentience is tantamount to lesser and greater life.
Father. Come up to the glass once you're ready for me to begin. There's no going back once we start.
I will save here, just so I can do both endings. And, so I'm saying, you know, ants are less alive than dogs. Dogs are less alive than maybe like dolphins, who are supposed to be super smart, and they're definitely less alive than people due to lesser or greater sentience. Now, does that extend to people? If you are a person who goes through life without making decisions, just acting on instinct and automatic assumed knowledge, what's the point of giving us more Adam like they have so far? Huh? Huh? I'm not gonna buy anything. Then, are different people different levels of alive? I think so. people who take life into their own hands, make their own decisions, think about stuff, are less alive. They are not, however, animals because they do have the possibility. I don't know about the capability. Maybe somebody can help them get the capability, but they have the possibility of becoming more sentient and having more function, I guess. Okay, so I guess the little sisters are empowering her. Or maybe they're all gonna do the water stuff? I don't know.
You would rip my only daughter from her home and family and feed her to a world without hope. Though Utopia may die with her, I would sooner see us fall. Goodbye, Eleanor. Mother will be waiting for you.
Here they come, Father! Hold them off until I can bring it to a boil.
Eleanor's not coming back this time. Alrighty. We need bugs. And fire. And lightning spread. And we need to keep shooting. Never stop shooting. Get the grenades out. Not the camera. Grenades.
Nearly boiling.
These are just regular people now. They're just dying to the bugs. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Since we quickly defeated the 3 main guys who were going after us, these folks are now just a bit of a much easier thing. How about instead of actually fighting them, we'll let the bugs fight them, and we'll just set up some traps here. Poof.
It's boiling. I can
Poof.
help you fight back now.
Poof.
Use the
Poof.
plasmid.
Yay, play the game for me. Poof. 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 Poof him. Just never stop poofing. I'm enjoying this gameplay. Might as well use these seeking rockets, right? Oh, these are proximities. Whoops. Hey, no damaging me. It's not dead. There we go. Teach him about fire. Alright. How about rocket fire? It's cool, the cluster bombs are getting shot around by the explosion radius. What if we just like set them up all around me? Fortunately, a lot of these folks have guns. I don't think I'm doing. Can I afflict a cyclone trap with cyclone?
I've done it, Father. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism.
We discovered that only too late. Alright, well, let's go spend all our absurd amounts of money on a bunch of health and stuff here, just to, you know, top it off. I don't know if this is going to start the conclusion of the game, so I'll save again. I don't want to have to do all that again if we... if I'm going to show you the, like, different endings.
The elevator to the lifeboat is flooded, Father. We have to equalize the pressure in here or the door won't open. Destroy those glass tubes to flood the room.
Okay. One last underwater bit.
We've done it, Father. We're launching. Get to the elevator.
Okay. There's my wind underwater. Oh, the elevator. This is not where I was supposed to go. Whoops. Can it launch me up that way? No. I appreciate that the lights turn red because we can't go there anymore. So yeah, the ending is kind of funny because it's an ending to an action game. But it does have a lot of story to it, and they've added some things kind of like at the end of the world. Yeah, there we go. A very clear, like, here's the symbolism, the womb of the ocean. Oh, we're not supposed to be able to do anything, but since the wind plasmid is the one we selected last, it's just in our vision all the time now. That's gonna kind of ruin the ending, right? Oh, okay, it went away.
Father, we're falling! Run!
Falling, run. Oh, oh! The camera still shows me where the stuff is at. Oh no. She teleported away, but what about me? So this is the ship going up. We managed to grab on. In the first game we take a boat down. In this game we take a boat up.
And then, Father, the rapture dream was over. You taught me that evil is just a word. Under the skin, it's simple pain. For you, mercy was victory. You sacrificed, you endured, and when given the chance, you forgave. Always. Mother believed this world was irredeemable, but she was wrong, Father. We are Utopia, you and I, and in forgiving, we left the door open for her.
That's pretty cool. Alright, so we don't get a choice. It's just the choice comes from your moral choices in the game.
The rapture dream is over, but in waking, I am reborn. This world is not ready for me, yet here I am. It would be so easy to misjudge them. You are my conscience, Father, and I need you to guide me.
So this is weird. She's gonna suck out your juice and give it to her. Here's a question. You helped her escape. And getting away from Rapture was supposedly the only way to make you live.
You will always be with me now, Father. Your memories.
But you died anyway.
Your drives. And when I need you, you'll be there on my shoulder, whispering.
So she's stuck in the middle of the ocean with her mom and her dead dad and these little girls. How's she gonna get out of here? The answer is her superpowers.
If Utopia is not a place, but a people, then we must choose carefully, for the world is about to change. And in our story, Rapture was just the beginning.
There you go. The good end. The goodest end you could possibly achieve. Usually the credits for games are super fucking long, so I'm just gonna skip them, and I don't think there's a teaser. Is there a New Game Plus? No! So they just gave you all that shit at the end, for whatever reason. Extras, DLC, and credits. Nah. Well, I'll make sure to put those visual pictures of the fetuses and the statues in the credits, and I'll link you to a thing for the different endings if, for whatever reason, you're interested. I'm happy that I finished a game in a Let's Play. That's pretty exciting. Tomorrow is the first day I teach class, so who knows how much time I'll have to actually play games in the future. Things are gonna get hard. I'm really hungry, and I guess that's it. Bioshock 2. People really didn't have that great of a reaction to this game, but I think it's pretty good. It's got flaws, sure, but there's no such thing as the perfect game. Atmosphere is pretty decent. Art direction, very, very good. Game direction generally could have been a little bit better. The gameplay was solid, if maybe a bit repetitive. Combat was a good pace. Modes were acceptable. Secrets and non-linear stuff were acceptably good. The advancement of the story beyond the first one was good. Not too convoluted, I didn't think so, but I can see if you didn't really pay attention how it'd be easy to miss a lot of stuff or be less happy with it. Complaints I would have are probably that this happened in the first game too. It was that they spent too much on the gameplay and not so much on the atmosphere, on making it be spooky, or having your personal story really advance, except really at the end there. But that's acceptable, I think, given its other good parts. And the other flaw, I don't know. I can't think of too many negatives for it, but I may be really biased. Anyway, thanks for getting this far. And see you later, I guess. Bye.